this is the first episode of my new Greek podcast, Oh My Zeus. Let us know if you enjoy it. Welcome to the first ever episode of Oh My Zeus, a podcast about the greatest stories in Greek mythology. We're your hosts. I'm April Edwards and this is my dad.
Hi, I'm April's dad. There are hundreds of amazing stories to tell you, from Odysseus to Hercules.
Oh, don't you mean Heracles, Dad?
Wait, what?
Hercules is the Roman version of his name, and this is a Greek podcast, so let's use his Greek name.
Okay, from Odysseus to Heracles.
That's better. Today we are going to talk about one of the most famous Greek gods of all time, Heracles' dad himself, Zeus.
I'm sure everyone is familiar with Zeus, but April, would you like to give us a recap?
Zeus is the god of the sky, lightning and thunder. He's the ruler of all gods on Mount Olympus. He is married to Hera. He is the sixth child of Cronus and Rhea.
Did you know Cronus was the king of the Titans and used to swallow his children whole?
Dad, don't get any ideas.
Jump.
Easy, big fella. Zeus has 5 siblings: Hades, Poseidon, Demeter, Hera, and Hestia. Wait, he's married to his sister?
What type of Game of Thrones is this?
Zeus was known as the ladies' man, and it is believed he has over 100 children.
Oh, Zeus. Imagine all those nappies.
It would take the whole episode to name all of his children, but I wonder if you know any of the most famous. There's Persephone and Perseus, Apollo and Artemis, Hermes and Heracles, Minos and the Muses, and the most beautiful one of all, Aphrodite. Zeus is famous for throwing lightning bolts and leading the rebellion against his dad and the Titans. So this is where we start today's story. First, we start with Zeus's grandparents, Gaia, who ruled the earth, and Uranus, who ruled the heavens and sky. Gaia and Uranus had many children, but Uranus was a terrible parent and didn't like all of his children. He even locked some of them up. Uranus didn't like his children, the Cyclopes and the Hecatoncheires. The Cyclopes are giants with only one eye, and the Hecatoncheires are even bigger giants with 50 heads and hundreds of arms with incredible strength.
Aye. I bet they team come in.
Gaia loved all her children and decided Uranus had to be replaced. She asked for help, but only the youngest child, Cronus, volunteered. Gaia gave Cronus a magical scythe, which he used to banish his father and become king of all the Titans. With Uranus's last breath, he foretold that Cronus would become the same fate to the hands of one of his offspring.
Hope you don't do that to me.
Of course not. Immediately, Cronus became king of the Titans and married his sister, the Titan Rhea.
This is definitely a Game of Thrones story.
As time went by, out of fear of losing his kingdom, Cronus turned into an evil giant. He locked away the Cyclopes and the Hecatoncheires in Tartarus, the underground prison deep in earth. To stop him from being killed by his children, he even swallowed them whole. Rhea became fed up of her children being swallowed, so when her 6th child, Zeus, was born, she swapped her baby with a large rock and hid Zeus away in the island of Crete. When Zeus got older, he wanted revenge on his father and got a job as a cupbearer at the palace. Zeus used poison to make Cronus sick, who expelled each one of his children one by one. After Zeus rescued his siblings, he spoke with his grandmother, Gaia, who told the secret entry into Tartarus, where Cronus had imprisoned the Cyclopes and Hecatoncheires. Following the instructions from Gaia, Zeus navigated the darkness of the underworld prison, reaching the pits of Tartarus. Zeus made a deal with the imprisoned giants. If he were to free them, they would help overthrow his father Cronus. The Cyclopes made weapons and armour, which they presented to the Olympians. For Poseidon, a mighty trident; for Hades, a magic helmet; and for Zeus, thunderbolts. They were ready. The armies fought Thessaly in the War of the Titans. There were many mighty battles, lasting over 100 years. Zeus was hurling thunderbolts. Hades' magic helmet allowed him to become invisible and sneak upon the enemies. The Hecatoncheires didn't use any weapons. They hurled rocks and trees with their many limbs. Cronus also had many powerful allies, like the mighty Titan Atlas, who would sweep aside dozens of enemies with each swing of his club. Cronus looked to have the upper hand until Zeus charged the Titan King, and with one powerful thunderbolt, the war was over. The Olympians were victorious. Cronus was sent to Tartarus with the Titans, and Zeus took his throne on Mount Olympus.
What happened to the Hecatoncheires?
Funny you should ask. After many years of being prisoners of Tartarus, they now guarded Cronus and the Titans.
And what about Zeus and all his children?
Hold your horses, Dad. We need to keep something back for the future episodes. Thank you, everyone, for listening. We had so much fun making this episode. We hope you did too. So it's a goodbye from me.
And goodbye from her.